Welcome to Aaron Plays. This will be episode 16 of Austerlitz by Hexasim Games. Myself as the French and Mark as the Coalition.
Hi, everyone.
Actually, this will be 16A.
Yeah.
I've already done a bit of a recording of 16 and then Zoom crashed and I lost everything. So rather than restart right from there, because a few things have happened, I'm going to give a brief explanation. We sorted out.
We only lost about 10 minutes, didn't we? I think it wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't too bad. At Austerlitz, we adjusted the last part of Davo's activation. There was a +1 modifier that I'd missed, and there was therefore the results was slightly different. A unit that was in Austerlitz retreated, and it retreated to the woods just to the south. Then Mark activated and managed to get activated the Langeron, who'd failed 2 times prior. Pretty ineffective artillery fire. I think there was an 11 and a 12 amongst the shots. And then did a readjustment of his line. I then decided to activate Migration. No, Bernadotte. Migration's Russian. Bernadotte, who moved forward and revealed Colorat's 4th column, which Mark has now completed setting up, and that's where we are at the moment. So apologies for that. I don't know what happened. I paused it so Mark could set up his column, and it just... So, anywho.
So yeah, all of the 3 counters that represented the Austrian and Russian 4th column have now been exposed. The closest of which was Colorat himself, near the Bernadotte dummy counter there.
And his orders should now be revealed, shouldn't they?
I've just unmasked them.
Okay. So they're on the way to Gerzikovitz.
That's easy for you to say. Yeah, they're
really.
they're continuing the assault. We found out where the French were. The other columns have pinned you, and now Colorat's coming in for the final.
Okay,
final
well, I will now delete that Bernadotte dummy. I've still got. I did mention in the previous video that you guys will never see that Mark is logged onto his own version of VASSAL and seeing this, so he's not seeing which of my counters are dummies and which are real. They'll be all blank flags to him at the present moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So next one moving forward, one. Now. They're starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from Pratze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so he's met 2, 3, and he's on a trail 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, they're holding hands, eh?
Mark them as activated. End of turn roll. No.
No.
Back here.
So 1 Corp are tucked in now behind. Who is it? Soult.
Soult. Yeah.
Soult.
Soult.
Soult. Okay. But I still don't know where your guard are. So what I'm doing at the minute, guys, is I'm just checking for optimal. Who as a matter of urgency needs activating first? Now my last activation was Langeron, and he reorganized his line. so I can't activate him again. Let me see. On the right, I've got the Russian Guard under Constantine, and I've got the right wing under Bagration. However, Lan hasn't had an activation yet. So I'm wary of activating the right wing again. I need some latitude there.
Showing the people the my current orders.
Anyone wants to make a comment detailing Aaron's current orders, that would be smashing. It's my intelligence network, you see, Aaron.
I see. Okay. Are you going to make a decision?
Yep. It's fourth. It's coming up. I'm going to try for Kindmere on the left flank.
The advance guard.
Yeah. He's a 7, mind you. So it's just over 50% chance. Let's see. It's a 5. Yes, he's off.
He's off. All right, let me zoom in. Crimea.
Right. The battery on the hill in the orchard.
Yeah.
They're going to fire at the 15th Flechier next to them.
Okay.
And because they're only 3 strength points and they're in an orchard, that's a +1, which is detrimental to their fire. But because you're adjacent, it's a -1, so that cancels out. So it's at 0 DRM.
No, disagree.
Oh, there's +1 for the orchard.
Correct.
So it's at +1.
You get there in the end.
I got a 4. The result.
That's a 5. So that is a result.
It's a QFT and 1 step on the fire table.
It's a bit rude.
It is a bit rude.
Okay, so the QFT, they pass, and they're reduced.
Okay. Now let's see. Artillery battery A, the horse artillery, while he's adjacent, will also fire at the 33rd line across the stream, across the frozen stream.
Yep.
So they've only got 3 strength points, so that's +1 because it's a small battery size. -1 for being adjacent, but no terrain DRM this time. So this one is at 0 DRM. Another low rolls is making up for my high rolls last time.
Yeah, we like high rolls last time. Oh,
Yeah, I've got 11s and 12s last time. So it's a QFT in 1 step, same result, isn't it?
Failed the QFT by 2, so it's not a rout, but it's a retreat.
Yeah.
And then reduced. Mark, I said I'm short of infantry. Will you stop firing? Fire at some cavalry.
They just brought them up, haven't you? The Lord taketh with one hand and giveth with the other. So that's all the offensive fire for the advance guard. But I'm quite pleased with that. Now it's movement. So the order for these guys is Austerlitz itself. So I've got to stay within 3 hexes of the flag in the town, which is under the 3rd line, or roll independent movement, or just move 1 hex.
Just as an aside,
Yeah.
something I've thought of,
Yeah.
which is not even related to this area. Going back on Langeron, it's just because I'm looking at this area, it reminded me, remember you moved your cavalry onto your infantry?
Yeah.
With Langeron?
Yeah.
The cavalry strength quality maximum is dictated by the quality of the infantry.
Oh, is it?
That was something that was brought up by one of our viewers.
Ah, so that quality 8 will not stand as a lead unit.
Well, no, you can still have him as a lead unit, but his quality is capped by the infantry.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, one of the viewers brought that up, and I was like, I remember that rule when we used to play the game.
Does that count? Is that only in melee, or is that in fire as well?
Right. Well, I'm going to pause now so we can refer to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I've just reminded Mark of that situation. He brought his cavalry through to this stack here to bolster their QFT. Reminding what one of our watchers had pointed out, that the QFT of infantry and cavalry stacked together is effectively limited by the one with the lower QFT. So in actual fact, bringing that 8 into that stack means that their QFT is still only 6.
So what I'll do is I'm going to move that cavalry back to where he was, I think, in this case.
Why I remembered that whilst he was moving Kindmeyer down here, don't know. But there you
well,
go.
I thought maybe you were lining up mentally your next series of attacks in your head, because that's a weak point in the line. But that would be bloody good planning while we're still in the middle of the action.
I was looking at Davu and was thinking of all the cock-ups I'd made around his activation. Then I remembered that cock-up. So
right, what we're going to have here, I've got Kindmeyer has got some good cavalry, which it had advanced almost across the goal back previously, but then got pushed back. So the movement phase, what we're going to do here, I've got to stay within 3 hexes of Austerlitz. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's moved his cavalry around to the left flank to cover there. Any movement that I've got left now, everyone's adjacent to French units, so they'd have to either move away or not move at all. Let's see. There's no melee declaration.
what? Okay. There's no movement and no melee. You're leaving it to your guns.
Well, you don't have any activations left. So I could, in theory, what I'm thinking of, just to let the cat out of the bag, was I can do a flanking cavalry charge next time.
Can you?
If I get the opportunity.
Into the woods?
Into the orchard. But it would mean that you're surrounded.
Oh, I see. I'm surrounded.
I think. Yeah. Which gives them another -2. Yeah, you'd be encircled is what they call it. There's only no encirclement if you're in a town or a village, so the archer would still qualify. If I had melee now with the unit with the infantry under artillery B, which I could do at 4-1, it's not bad. I've got the quality as well, but I would take opportunity fire and defensive fire.
Yeah.
If I hang on and just went in with the cavalry, I've got more options.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm not criticizing you. I don't want my unit to go down, but you know.
Oh.
Your choice.
So yeah, that's it. That's kind of done.
Okay.
And I don't think there's any benefit from moving Chimera. So let's turn that off. Turn that off. Chimera is activated. End of turn roll. 5.
No. Okay. Right. So I want to activate Lance.
Oh. Here he comes.
So he's on a 9. Yep, he's up. So, land.
What have you got? What have you got? You've got a bit of an artillery line there to start with.
Yeah, bit of an artillery line, as you say. So we'll actually start with some offensive fire. Big 6 battery will fire. In actual fact, they'll combine with this with the 4 battery. So that's 10 firepower. And we'll fire into Mr. Bagration himself with his cuirassiers.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 10 firepower, so that's -1.
Yeah.
The range is 3, which the French are happy with, so it's just -1.
Okay.
No effect.
Sweaty palms.
Okay, and then we'll fire with the other 2 batteries here. They will fire on this X here. Okay, so that's a straight roll. Nothing.
Okay. You've rolled an 8, 9, and an 8.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, is he going to attack, or are you just softening me up?
I was trying to soften you up a bit, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's difficult to know what to do now, isn't it? If the softening up doesn't work, well, would he stay where I am? I'm like, I can't speak for you. I'll let you do this talking.
Right. Okay, let's have a look at what my orders are. Okay, So it's moving towards Hollowbutz,
Oh yeah.
which is down here. So that's fine. Okay, so there's a lead cavalry unit there. Can we do anything against him? Not really.
That's Constantine's personal guard. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I see French cavalry moving around behind, you know. I can see them.
Yeah, I needed to soften something up there. So that didn't work. So that's Langeron done.
Langeron?
Lan. I got Langeron on the brain, obviously, for some reason. Okay, moves. End of turn, Darrell. No. Could have done with that 5 on some of the bloody shooting.
That's how it works, isn't it? It's so annoying.
It is frustrating.
I know it is. Yeah, I did it. I did the same thing with. No, that was it. At the end of the advanced guard, I was thinking about that melee. I was thinking, what happens if that melee is? I'll have a really good result. But what happens if I roll really high? What shall I do? I'll wait for the cavalry, and then I rolled a 5 for the end of the turn. Yeah, that would have wiped them out. But you never know about the defensive fire, especially with light troops. They can be sods. We once played a game of Ligny, didn't we? Where you had, I think, a sole company of light troops in a castle, and they more or less faced off. Yeah, they faced off a Corp by themselves, didn't they? They either made me with, they made me withdraw, retreat, route, whatever it was. I just couldn't get rid of them. It became a thing in the end. They were like superheroes. It's always made me wary. So the Allies, the advance guard have just been. We've still got Soult to move. So many options, isn't there? I'm going to try and activate Doctor off on the left.
Okay, what's he?
He's a 7,
He's a 7 as well, is he?
and he gets it just.
All right, zoom in on the action there.
Yeah. Now he's got a lot of batteries, but they're out of position now because the assault went in against Colnetz, and all these big batteries are masked, which is good, great for the French. I mustn't forget he's got a big battery underneath Chimera. Now, looking at advanced offensive fire. Yaroslav regiment in the castle will fire at the tirailleurs. Is that just a straight roll, isn't it? There's no.
Yeah, straight roll.
So that's a miss. You can never expect too much of infantry firing by themselves, I don't think, in this game.
Well, it's got to be a 5 or below, isn't it? Effective.
Yeah. Really, a 1, 2, or a 2 or 3 to be really effective. Now, if I start firing with these other chaps, it's going to limit them in what they can do. So let me have a quick think about what I'm going to do. How is it meleeing? If you've got cavalry in a village,
There's no detriment. It says carry attack into versus infantry. So I can defend fine.
so you defend at full strength. So what have you got? You've got 3, 6, 10, you've got 11. 11 in there, it's a good amount. Very high quality troops, well led as well. So I don't think there's going to be a melee going into Colnetz. Not when Davout's sat with them. What I think I'm doing it better off doing here is using the power of his batteries to try and shift you out. Winkle you out, rather. So we will have a little bit of offensive fire here. The regiment that I've just highlighted as fired will fire the 17th Dragoons across the stream.
Okay.
So there's no fire DRM for firing over the stream, it's just melee. You're not in any defensive terrain, so it's just a straight roll. But we've done something, I think it's just a QFT, that, 5. Yeah, QFT.
And I roll a 4.
Okay. Finally, the lads in the orchard will fire at Davout. But you're at a +1 this time because of the defensive terrain that you're in. So this is really a long shot. Yeah. Nothing doing. None of his other units or artillery have got line of sight on anybody. So it's down to movement. So I have to stay within 3 hexes of Colnetz when I'm shifting forces around. As the battalion moves out of the castle, back across the stream, and the Samyagas move into the castle. And the reason I've done that is to take advantage of the defensive capabilities of the castle. If you've got 5 or less steps, I believe it is. Who've I got underneath Doctor of? 2 batteries there. So as an infantry regiment moves back under cover of the 2 batteries under Doctor of. And the Kiev battalion will do the same. Need to support that Sievers, huge Sievers battery. Interestingly, I think I could move across the stream with one of the regiments of infantry into the village itself, but I'd then be adjacent to your horse battery and probably get walloped. So let me just move that battery out of the way so I can position these guys. In fact, I'll put the sticks in there. No, I've just got 1 battery and some cavalry left. 2 batteries, actually. It's 3 hexes away there, 4 hexes away. Damn it, my artillery is in such bad positions and it's so effective. Kicking myself. Artillery to move through an orchard costs 3. have to start working my way back. In fact, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to leave them there. That huge battery, I'm going to leave there. One, two, three, four. No, I'll pop them in the woods with the battery. There we go. Bloody hell. That took me a while, didn't it?
Mm.
Do I melee your tirailleurs that are northwest of the castle? If you defensive fire at me, which you would, your fire RM is +2. I think that's probably worth a shot to try and finish them off.
Be embarrassing if they survive, shoot you, and you.
Oh, I know it would, wouldn't it? It's fate now because I've just been talking about how a company of elite French sharpshooters held. Well, actually, they weren't French, were they? They were in our
Prussians. I was playing the Prussians, yeah. Okay.
So that's the melee declaration. So it's over to you for defensive fire.
Okay, so as you said, he gets +1 for size.
Yeah, and +2 for the capital. You still there?
Yeah. Just wondering, because you're attacking out, do you still get the +2?
Yeah, it's my terrain effect of what I'm in.
Yeah. Okay, so it's +3, -1 for lights. So net +2. Snake eyes would be nice here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to get it, you know. I need to keep a towel by the side of the computer here to sort my palms out.
Okay.
Right, so, okay, for the melee then, it's -5 to the odds. Say again, Aaron?
Yeah, that's net -5, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see what happens. A 9. I've got him.
Yeah.
That's a 4, which is an
I
R.
must admit that is one little quirk in the rules. That you're attacking
from terrain.
Attacking from terrain, you get the benefit of the terrain while you're being shot.
There is that. We have talked about this before, though. A lot of melees in this game may not actually be melees. We always get the impression when we do a melee declaration that it's like a bayonet charge, but it could just be moving up to.
Agreed, but you've issued the quite correct word. They're moving up, so therefore you're leaving the terrain to engage my guys.
Yeah.
So why still get the benefit of, a -2 on the terrain? So, anywho, let me mark him down. He will join the 1 losses. He's one of Davu's boys, isn't he? So, Turpo. What happened there? All right, flip him over. He's worth 3 points.
Oh, was that all there were? The 3-pointer.
Yeah, so that's
Still, it all counts.
Everything counts.
So I shall take the.
Every little helps.
Moved, fired. I shall activate Doctor off. There we go. End of turn roll.
Yep.
9.
Not Right, well, battles aren't won by sitting on my ass, so I'm trying to activate Soult again. He's a 9. Yes.
Looks like I'm in for it.
Okay. Firing. Firing at the end boys there.
Yeah.
So that's 9 versus. Actually, let's have a look at that stack. You know what? I'm actually going to fire at the stack next to them. That stack there.
Okay.
So it's 9. There's no modifier. Got a 5.
It's gonna hurt.
What's 5 on artillery fire? Making sure I look at the right table.
QFT in a step.
Step.
So my QFT roll, I've got a 7. Oh, I'm routed.
Ooh. That's the gap I needed.
So it's a QF. So they're all routed. But what's going to happen here is Reg Art C will lose a step, and the infantry below him. Now, the infantry below him will lose a step due to the casualties. The Reg Art C will lose a step because of the rout. Agreed? Yeah.
Yep.
So I shall reduce both of the top units, and then I shall mark all of them as being routed. They have to do their initial 3 route move, and they have to retreat toward the LOC, or at least then closer than they were at the beginning. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3. Just checking that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the next bunch of batteries.
Ouch! Sibley. You haven't got more, have you?
Yeah.
Okay, crack on.
From here. From here to here.
Yeah.
Again, straight roll. Ooh, no effect.
I've got a good line of routed troops. Not really a defense, though, is it?
Not when I'm going to bring in an attack into them. Okay, and then here, firing here.
Okay.
No effect. All right. Do I do
Any more offensive fire? Any more offensive fire?
I've got the horse battery, but I think I'm going to keep that back.
Okay.
Right. Movement. Right. 8 morale infantry unit. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And these guys. 1, 2.
What's your orders?
Pratze.
Okay.
What I'm seeing is if I can get to these routed guys.
I tried to shield them as best I could.
Well, if I can
Well,
get into this hex here, get into this hex is going to be tricky because of these guys. Hence why the second shot there was get them going as well.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. I'm looking at my 16th Dragoons. So they'll get there for 4.
I can't see what you're doing.
Sorry, I'm pressing the wrong button. They can get there for 4.
All right, okay.
Cavalry can move from zone of control to zone of control. But it costs, can't remember.
Oh, it costs a step, doesn't it? Half a step or something. Or is it QFT? I can't remember. Let's check.
The cost of +3 movement points without the presence of friendly units in the second EOC entered. This movement may trigger opportunity fire in the second hex or a counter charge from all enemy stacks from which the cavalry unit has moved. I think I might be being a little bit too greedy. So let's not be greedy. Right. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that woods an extra movement point?
Well, you're on a road track,
True.
so you're all right.
One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One, 2. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 3.
Is that you counting the hexes to Pratze?
Yeah.
Thought it was, yeah. I could I could hear the wheel turning.
One, 2, 3 underneath there for 4. One, 2, 3 to that.
Ouch.
Okay.
So the French are beating the pas de charge, yeah? We've seen a gap in the Russian line.
One, 2, 1, 2, in they go for 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're closer. That's good. Wait a minute. It's 2 units for stacking purposes, isn't it? With an artillery battery.
You know what you mean. 2 units in the battery are
Yeah.
under 30.
Which was the last one I brought into there? Yeah, don't need him in there because I want to bring a battery into there. Okay. Infantry shuffle. And those batteries move to there. Okay. Right. Okay. Right, I think that might be it. So let's mark for
Your horse battery? You leaving that in reserve?
oh well
That's
spotted.
where to go. I didn't know whether you'd forgotten about it.
I did forget it. I had a plan for him and then he was going to move and then he didn't.
Yeah, you can go now, Dan.
Yeah.
You can sneak in. Well, I think Soult is going to recover his martial virtue. So there's 1 melee on the left. Soult is leading his men in.
That's a good point, actually. Hold on. Soult moves to that hex there. He has to be with the lead unit. They're the lead unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bloody controls. Because normally Control Z and X are the moving the counters facing round.
You keep turning the recording off.
I keep turning the recording off. So if it looks a bit stuttery, guys, sorry, it's me not pressing the right button.
Look at all those melees.
Okay. Defensive fire.
I'll start on the left, Aaron. We've got opportunity fire first.
Really? Where? Oh yes, sorry. Per
Two
mag.
battalion clubonets, yeah. So I'll mark them. It's firing. So the what terrain are you in there? You're in a village. So -1 drop fire, +1 for the village. So it's a net of 0, yeah?
Yeah.
A 6.
No effect.
They made a racket. They made a good noise. There's no more op fire. That's the op fire done.
Yep.
So on to defensive fire. We'll start with the Jaegers who are going to get crucified on the left-hand side. Stick a fire marker on them. They've got less than 4 steps, so they fire at a +1. But the Jaegers, so it's a -1, so that cancels each other out. But they get a +1 because you're in the village.
Yep.
Missed.
Okay.
Next one will be this stack here. Let's have a look at what we're up against. So we've got Soult leading 15 steps, good quality troops. I think we're going to fire at the big stack directly to the north of us. We've already suffered a few casualties.
Okay. Net -1.
Yeah. 7.
QFT.
6 QFT. Oh!
I know this is sweaty palm time every time it comes to attacks because those dice can just swing it so much.
I know they can.
It's horrendous.
Yeah, I know it is. Hey, we're laughing.
Laughing?
Are we still going to be laughing in 2 minutes? I don't think
know.
one of us is going to be really upset, and it's probably not going to be you. Routed troops cannot defensive fire. I don't think.
No.
They can just defend. Which leads me to my last battery on the right flank in the orchards. Woods even. Let's have a look. Makes no odds actually, it's the same modifiers. They're in the woods. So they will fire. You can't have more than 3 steps in a non-clear terrain without suffering an adverse modifier. So they're at +1 for that, because they really have only got 3 steps. You're adjacent, so that cancels that out. But you're in the woods, so that gives me another +1. So it's a +1 into the French to the north of them. So 7, it's a miss.
He's still the beating heart. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right.
I actually do have a heart condition, so I have to be careful.
Oh, tiddlywinks for you then.
Right. Melly, back
Now,
to the thing.
first of all, before I do that, do I want this attack actually to go in? Because the whole purpose of that attack really was to
You were soaking off, weren't you? You were soaking off.
so these guys can attack the routed units.
Have a look at the odds. What you got?
Let's have a look at the odds.
You've got 20 against 11, so you're not brilliant. You get a -1 for your odds.
Yeah. It's 3-2. However, I've got quality.
You've got 1 quality, so that's an extra 1.
And that's cancelled by attacking you in the woods.
Mm.
So it'll be effectively a net -1. Which ain't great, but yeah, I think I'll keep that marked as melee. Yeah. We'll
Okay.
All right. An actual fact, I will start with that one as we just worked it out.
Yeah.
There's a net -1. It's a 7. That's a QFT on each of us, isn't it?
Yeah, so yeah, it is. I do mine first, though.
You do yours first.
You
do.
My QF is 7, and I get a 7.
So you're okay. I get a 9. So I've got to pull back.
Yeah.
Or take a step loss. I'll pull back.
It did the job.
It was worth it, yeah, if I'd rolled good on it. So these guys versus the routed. Now, whatever happens, die roll wise, I can't take anything negative here because you're routed. Okay, so I've got.
I must admit, I've forgotten how this works against routed troops.
Shall we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Well, we found the rule, okay, about adverse effects. It's under initial route move. Why it's under initial route move and not under melee combat, don't know. But it says when attacking
Took us a
melee
while.
that contains only routed units, ignore all adverse effects. So this attack,
So the attacker's going to attack risk-free, really. You can do the melee.
attacking routed units is what you'd expect, wouldn't you? So
yeah. So you get a -2 for me being routed in melee, and you
an
get
additional -1 for
quality. Yeah.
quality. I don't get anything for odds because it's 7 to 5.
So it's a -3, but even if you get a 12, you're all right.
Yeah. Okay.
They're all gone.
They're gone, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, for brevity, I'll just eliminate.
I'm gonna pause here so we can put the losses on the tables. Okay, all those losses have been put on. Now the option I have here is to advance into the hex. Now, if it was cavalry, they would have to. With infantry, it's an option. I would rather decline that option at present. So moving on to the next hex, this one here. Okay, I've got coming in from this hex here, I've got 8 plus another 7 is 15 plus another 7 is 22. And then stacked with Soult is another 13. 22, 32, 35 versus 10. So it's 3 to 1.
Yeah, -3.
-3 for that. Then the quality, I've got 8 versus your 6. Another 2. And I've got Soult himself.
So you've got -5, yeah.
-5.
Good result.
Is a 3.
QFT 1 plus R. So they're all reduced.
Just pause for a little second. That result where I rolled the natural 2.
Yeah.
Chance I would have captured their flag.
Oh,
we'll do that in a minute.
Do that again.
Do this one.
Yeah. Okay, mate.
Okay, so this is a 3, which is QFT 1 plus R.
Is the recording on?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So with the QFT, you even though the R is going to take out those 2 units anyway, you still got to do to see if they actually route, because that improves my chance of capturing their flag.
Okay, so QFT 1, I need a 5 or less.
Yeah.
And I get a 5. So they pass the QFT.
So pass the QFT. Okay. Then you do the R, so everything gets down the steps.
Oh.
So the infantry are gone.
So let me eliminate those 2. And he needs to suffer his R result, which reduces him. I believe if he's left though without any infantry cover now, I believe that. Is he gone? No, he's not gone, is he? Or is he? Oh, I need to check.
All right, rolls that again. All right, so some flag captures attempt. So first of all, for the snake eyes, okay, that rolls on the random events table. So low is good. So no effect from that. Then for the eliminated unit in that hex, but he is adjacent to a friendly unit. So I need 3 or below. No. For these 2 units that are eliminated,
Yeah.
below, even though they didn't route. If they'd routed, it would have been 5 and below because they've got no adjacent friendly unit, but they didn't route. Ooh, a 4 is close, but no cigar. So no flags were captured so far. And because that gun is still there, I can't advance into the hex. So Soult still hasn't been able to advance after combat. Right, that leaves one melee left. That's this one here to here.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to claim 5-1.
Yeah.
So that's -5. And morale as well. So it's going to be -5.
Yeah.
Rolled a 6. So that's him gone. You want to check his morale? It actually doesn't matter because he's got a fresh unit next to him. So see if I capture his flag. No.
Yeah,
To the point that obviously you've missed doing that on some French units.
Yeah.
So I think it's only fair that you can go back and do that. Now the French units you've taken, let me go to my losses. Okay. So you've got 1 for the 26th Infantry, and that'll be 3 and below.
I get a 10.
1 for the Poe.
I get an 8.
Okay. And the 18th line, which has been eliminated from Soult. And that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so no flag captures there.
Are you advancing into Podolnitz?
That is a good question, and the answer is no. Don't need to. No,
I do.
I can't see you staying around Koblenetz for much longer.
Well, that was a good attack. You managed to roll them up. You've created an opportunity. You didn't see an opportunity. You created one in the center and then went for it. It's worked. So
yeah,
good attack. Soult probably deserved that, to be fair. After because he
has been a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, he's at last getting the boys going.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm cleaning up now. Remove all the moves, remove all the melee markers. Okay, so end of turn die roll.
Uh-huh.
Done. Okay, are we going to call that a day?
Yeah, we'll call it there.
Okay.
We have a little bit of paperwork to do in the cemetery, which we can do offline video, to be fair.
Yeah. So, yes, everybody, that's where we're at. Have you just... we're going to not make any more play by email. So this will wait until next time we play live, which might even be a couple of weeks, depending, because I'm away for the...
We'll see when we can get an opportunity and do it.
If we can get an opportunity, yes. And I'm preferring it live with the both of us on it rather than the play by email.
It's my witty repartee, isn't it, Aaron? That's what it is.
Absolutely. It's absolutely...
You like to see it when you inflict pain on me. You like to see the look in my eyes.
The same to you. I mean, you've been... Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at Saul's Corps. It's been blooded.
Yeah.
It's definitely... But Langeron now looks in a very dangerous and sad position.
Yeah. He's in trouble. I'm happy with the left flank. The centre, though, is not looking so good.
Well, if you look what's beyond Langeron, there's nothing, is there?
Yeah, there's...
well, no, there is something. There is something beyond Langeron. It's called two flags on the Pratzenberg.
Yeah, I know. So, well, we're not there yet.
Oh no, I'm nowhere near there yet. But that's the thing, isn't it? If I bust through there now, what you've got left, it's and then I start flinging some guard around and Marat, it could be interesting.
You won't need them. It'll be all right.
The question is, Mark, are you enjoying it?
Always. I love these Hexasim games.
Even though it makes that tension of like, is that going to go in? Is it not going to go in? Oh, it does. It
keeps you going from the start of every phase because you don't know if you're going to get the activation that you so desperately need. So it starts with that, and sometimes you get moments of sheer joy and exultation when you manage to get that unit activated that you need. That car gets moving, and then you get pummeled by the dice, and it's not so good. But it's all part of it. It goes both ways.
It creates the narrative, doesn't it? It does create the narrative, and it does it very well.
So thanks for watching us making that with our inane nonsense that we spew, but we love it.
Well, that's it, isn't it? So the final thing then. So if you enjoy what you've been watching, please hit the like and subscribe button if you've not done so already. Any comments, as always, much appreciated. They have helped.
Yes, they have.
Knowledge and Mark's knowledge of the game system. So keep them coming. Until next time, bye.
Cheers, everyone.